Now we have a first look at Emoni Bates on the Cavs, and I gotta say I'm excited, man. If you watch basketball, especially high school back in the day, you know Emoni Bates had one of the biggest names. He was out here dropping crazy points on the cover of different magazines, named Gatorade Player of the Year earlier than LeBron, and even being compared to LeBron and KD. He had a name, he had clout, and he was exciting to see. He could shoot the ball, he could dribble. He was looking like no one could guard him. Now, of course, he did have a rough time in college. A lot of stuff went on. He was at Memphis, then Eastern Michigan, but now playing for the Cavs, man, if you see this footage, you see Emoni Bates, I think he's already looking impressive. You see the shot looks smooth there. He's dunking the ball. He looks like he's being aggressive. You know, he's working on his shot, working on his drills. And this is what we like to see. I think Emoni Bates is one of these guys, and a lot of people have said it, who is the steal of the NBA draft. And I can't agree more. And number one, we have to remember this, right? Emoni Bates did get into some trouble. He was caught, I believe, with a firearm as well as some other, you know, things he shouldn't have on him. And of course, this caused him, I believe he was arrested or at some point, but then they ended up letting him go, and I think he just had to do community service. But of course, when teams see this and then your numbers were not the best at a big time school like Memphis, but they were good at Eastern Michigan, you're a risk. At the end of the day, you're a risk. These are investments that they're making into players, and Emoni Bates was questionable. A lot of people thought his game would not even translate, and of course then he ended up getting drafted and is now on the Cavs. And I think, one, Emoni Bates can shoot the ball, he can play offense, but I think it's playing that other role, playing defense, doing the other things to help his team win, that a lot of NBA teams are scared to take a chance on him. Now, I'm glad the Cavs, and he's going to be playing with Sharif Cooper, another hyped hooper in high school basketball and even college. And I think Emoni is the steal. I mean, he has the height, he has the jump shot, the scoring ability. It's just the other things, playing defense, getting his teammates involved, doing all of the little things, getting rebounds, and I think he could be a really solid player. Now, if you do enjoy these types of videos and want to stay up to date with the latest high school, college, NBA news, like the video, subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 100,000 subscribers. Just hit 21K. We are running in views. And if you do like this type of content that I keep pumping out, like the vid, sub to the channel, man. It's free, it doesn't hurt anyone. Now, Emoni will be playing in the Summer League, and I think this is a place where you can really show how he is compared to all of these other recruits. We know his route was not as traditional. Of course, he was at a bigger school at Memphis, but then ended up going to a smaller school where he was averaging around 19 points per game, played pretty well. But again, man, NBA teams are going to look at that, and they know the conference and the type of players he was playing were just not as good as other teams if he was at a big school. And that's why I think overall Emoni really has to take this summer and use it as a stepping stone. You know how hard it is, man. A lot of these guys that end up getting drafted end up playing in the G League for the majority of their career, at least a long time. And it's tough to play in the regular NBA team. So Emoni is really going to have to prove himself that he's a dog, like he's like that. And I think he can do it, but it's just a matter of really being in that mentality, staying aggressive, staying on point. And I mean, we've seen Emoni do it in the past, but I think he just really has to turn up in these games. Now, did you know popular hooper Jalen Green just responded to being exposed on Twitter with 2 viral videos? Click this video on the screen because you won't believe his response.